if men are complaining that they're paying money, right, and women are complaining that we only want sex, then it could look like, how about this? We both come together, we split our check. I know it's 50-50. We split our check, and then we don't have sex because now you're not giving your body to me, and now I'm not expecting to give your body to me, and I'm not expecting to give any money. So we're both even. So it could look like that we're meeting each other in the middle of what you care about most and what I care about most. I'm not saying I care about money most, but I'm saying of what we are both bickering about on the internet all the time about paying for dates and about he only wants sex. A 30-day relationship protection plan. You and your partner, or not even your partner, but you and who or you are interested in, you don't exchange anything but conversation.
Time.
Yes. So you pay your half of the date, I pay my half of the date, we don't have sex. Even exchange for 30 days. And by that time, we should get to know each other. We should know about each other's finances. We should know about each other's likes or dislikes. And it's at a level where there is attraction, because that's why we're both here for that. But it'll be in a deeper, more conversative state. So after 30 days, we can decide if we continue it or we don't.
So my question is, once day 31, is he paying and she putting up?
What is that?
Disgust me.
We had 31 days, sweetheart. Is that splat?
I know that one.
You know? And I paid the
He
date.
killed me with that one. 30.
What happens
So-
on day 31?
So day 30, the clock resets. We're now technically at day 31.
Midnight.
Right. Strikes midnight. He needs help. Dr.
Yeah.
Phil,
He's
somebody.
horny.
Right.
We need release.
Right.
So.
Right.
You know what time it
About to
is.
be on that sleazy special sauce type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you ate a lot of food in the
Right.
past 30 days and got a little buildup happening. No, I think on day 31, you should be able to come together and
Oh my God.
it's basically like,
Is
it's
that when
basically vetting. We vetted each other for 30
Yeah.
days. And
I agree with it.
there's no,
Okay, one thing I did want to say about your protection plan is I think that these should be free dates and not getting into situations where they have to go 50-50, because then
That's
that
fair.
still causes for conversation.
You cannot have traditionalism and then make sex trivial and casual. They don't go together. So either sex is sacred and we have a perspective around women who just give it up easily and they are typecasted as a woman who gives it up easily, or we're looking forward to our women holding out and not really giving it up easily because we're practicing traditionalism. We're talking about 30 days, right? That's 4 weeks. That's 4 dates. That's 4 times of being around her, right? Like, that's not a lot of time.
Do I
There
really
really
like you?
isn't.
See, if I really like, well, I'm just thinking me. If I like you, we going on a couple dates. It ain't gonna be just one
Yeah,
a
but
week.
it's like it's not limited to just 4 times in a like.
but that's
we're
the-
talking on the phone. We're communicating
Yeah.
maybe every day,
getting to know each
maybe
other.
every day.
We
Like
might even Netflix and chill, but really chill.
By that, we have to
that's a
think
date.
that we have to think like in real life terms, right? 30 days without spending money, without having sex. You know what that means? That means we have a lot of bandwidth to do a 30-day trial with multiple people. So to what you're describing as
You just added a variable.
I'm saying let's be honest, right? Because part of the reason why we kind of stick with what we sticking with is because one of the things is women are pair bonding, and the other thing is that men are making financial investments and he may not want to spread it out as much, right? So I'm here, I'm cool, I'm vibing. What's the point? But if we're eliminating those factors, yeah, new variables do come up. And that new variable that comes up is that I can replicate this experience with multiple men to see which one lands with me. Because I can go to like the carnival. The admission is free, and maybe I have a great time at the carnival with him. But when I'm with him, it's just like, nah, I actually like going to the library with him. Right? Like I get to see like what version of me do I appreciate the most, considering what guy I get to spend some time with. The only thing that I'm really making the investment in is my time. So with that concept in mind, is that being the framework and the foundation, what we're saying as 30 days is being a long time. How many partners are we sleeping with at day 31?
Well,
You understand what I'm saying? What if I'm feeling several guys? How do I decide now?
Well, that's the problem. And I don't
that
think
changes
in the RPP,
perspective, though.
the terms and condition, it has to be if you're seeking a monogamous relationship, it should be a monogamous form of dating, which means you shouldn't be dating multiple different people for those 30 days.
Or conversating with them.
Yeah, at all. Yeah. You're supposed to be dialed in, focus on whoever it is that you're dating for those 30 days. Simply because the problem that happens is that same woman who likes the carnival, but then at the same time likes the library, she's being fulfilled in multiple different areas. And then when one of them is stripped away, she's not realizing what's lacking. And it's the fact that somebody was fulfilling a different area in her life. Rather than actually saying, okay, let me actually, focus on this person, guy or girl, doesn't matter. Let me actually date them for, 4 weeks. And if in 4 weeks I feel fulfilled with this person, or I can see myself feeling fulfilled with this person, then I continue past, we get to paid dates and potentially sex.
Okay.
Right? I think that's what it has to be.
I can date several people in a 30. Yeah. In a 30, we just described friends. I can go out with a bunch of friends in a month time. Understand what I'm saying? There is no financial exchange. There is no sex. There's no sexual exchange, right? There is some level of attraction. We're just going on dates. Right, exactly. See, now your facial expression is sharing with me. I'm looking at the producer, by the way.
No, I'm talking about actually being interested in somebody outside of sex. So when you include other people and you say you're going on dates with other people, then we could just cancel the protection plan. Just cancel that.
Why? Nobody's having sex.
Yeah. So why can't my body be a temple like your body's a temple? Like you're telling me that
no one's having sex.
Perfect. So if we're not having sex, can we at least share an interest and say, hey, I'm only into you and you're only into me? Or is that way too far left?
But I'm saying
world.
We're making
what's let's drill.
Let me just give you guys an understanding what could potentially happen with this ideology.
Okay.
If you start on day 15, November 15th with Rome, and you start on November 30th with Rico,
there's a 15 days time span.
Which means in the middle of me dating you might be fucking. So it's a problem.
Well, that's okay, that's fair. That's fair, right? Because how do we elapse the time? Part of what I'm getting at is, what is the point of the protection plan? Is it just protecting money? Is it just protecting, not like a body count? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that we have to decide, okay, how are we maximizing these 30 days? Because we're talking about these dates, but how are we maximizing it? And what are we using as that demarcation to know if we're going to start a new day one? There is no day 31, right? Because otherwise day 31 is just more of day 1 through 30. So there is clock stop, right? Phase is over. Phase 1 is complete. We're in phase 2. What does phase 2 look like? Is that now the opening of like a sex not on the table, or is there another level? How do we know when somebody is worth it for a man, for him to be investing financially into a woman in her life? And when is it okay for a woman to break the barrier of the sacredness of her body and say, you may now enter in open sesame?
I think the 30 days of interest is something different than you've been receiving. And if we're doing this, you're probably tired of what you've been getting. So I want you to be committed to this 30 days. So you involving somebody else.
Understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a level of interest that you have in me. Right. Because you've already tried to date Rico.
Right.
On the 15th. And well, I wasn't talking shit. I was just talking.
Not her.
No, you said you came on the 30th. You've already dated 2 guys in a month.
Okay, you're right.
But if we're on this protection plan, then like let's protect our common interest of being in a monogamous relationship.
But I thought the basis of that was that she's not giving sex, and the common interest is that we are not giving what we prize the most on an individual level. I owe you nothing. Mm-hmm. I don't owe you any money. Mm-hmm. I don't owe you any sex. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't we also thereby put on, I don't owe you exclusivity? Otherwise, we're not dating. We're in a relationship. We're just
it's a trial. It's a trial.
Oh, it's a trial relationship.
It's a trial. That's what it really
30 days is the trial. If we're getting to know each other, like further past that, that's what I'm saying. Like that has to be part of the conversation as well.
Then I don't like it.
But You
I'm
can't
not mad
call,
at you.
but no, but you
I
can't
can't do it.
call this
A trial relationship is crazy.
You're dating,
A trial
and
crazy.
in the dating
I think it's
phase,
I think
you're
it's-
getting to know each other. This can't be seen as a trial relationship.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
crazy.
because you don't even know.
I think
Maybe
you're putting the
you're
word
not
trial
even-
relationship on it, which is making it harder for you to say, hey, listen, I'm trying to get to know you and just you. I do want to have sex. We do want to have sex, but I'm going to take those primal urges away
No.
and I'm not going to spend this. And you say, okay, well, I'm
You
not
guys-
going
What if within the 30 days you gave me the ick? So on day 31, I
got to
don't
know
want
the
to have
person.
sex.
But that's the whole. So the whole strategy is to protect you from getting into a relationship that won't serve you.
Pause one moment before you go on.
Okay.
Which is why I declare that for this protection plan, that there's the opportunity to date more than one person should occur. Because if I'm in a vacuum of being with one person, everybody knows if you spend a considerable amount of time with someone and you replicate this over and over and over again, you do stand the chance of having a little bit of blindness. You do stand the chance of like not really being able to see their flaws. What you actually need is the opportunity to be able to compare.
But you've
Right.
had that already. That's how you got to the
We
protection
haven't.
plan.
No, we haven't said that that it's happening. And even so, right? When I go to college, I don't take. You have to get 120 credits. I do not take one class every single semester because I want to put all of my eggs in that basket. Because I want to give all of my time, dedication, energy, and opportunity to be able to study every single article and the syllabus that my professor provides. I have about 4 to 5 classes. Why? Because I don't want to be in school for 10 years versus 4.
Well,
So-
actually, it's also because you have prerequisites that actually serve no purpose to your actual major.
I'm done.
And in this case, those other people that you're dating are those prerequisites. So why not just imagine if you could go to
I don't know
college.
that yet.
But what I'm saying is they are
We
though
made
because the odds
agreement
are.
to not.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's
you're
part
just
of the agreement.
this is like masters, okay? So in your masters,
Still taking 3 to 4 to 5
yeah,
classes.
but
a
everything
semester.
is on the same exact subject.